The entertainment world thrives on surprises, but every once in a while, a story emerges that seems to stop everything in its tracks. Social media timelines freeze. Fan communities erupt. Comment sections explode with theories, celebrations, and endless questions. Today, the spotlight has landed firmly on two names that have become impossible to ignore: Yang Mei Mei and Yu Long. The headline alone was enough to send shockwaves across fan circles. Yang Mei Mei confirms pregnancy. Yu Long's unexpected reaction stuns fans. Within minutes of the news beginning to circulate online, discussions spread like wildfire. Screenshots were shared thousands of times. Fan pages updated their profiles. Hashtags began climbing trending charts. Even casual observers who had never followed the pair closely found themselves drawn into the excitement surrounding the announcement. For many supporters, it felt like a moment they never saw coming. The fascination wasn't just about the pregnancy itself. It was also about the reaction that followed. While pregnancy announcements often generate excitement, what truly captured attention was the emotional response reportedly connected to Yu Long fans who had become accustomed to seeing him maintain a calm, collected, and often reserved public image suddenly found themselves discussing a completely different side of him. The internet loves a mystery, and whenever emotions enter the picture, curiosity reaches an entirely new level. Almost immediately, online discussions turned toward a single question: what exactly happened after the announcement? People began analyzing every detail they could find. Every photograph, every public appearance, every interaction that now seemed to carry a deeper meaning. Supporters started revisiting older interviews. Comments that once appeared ordinary suddenly felt significant. Moments that had previously gone unnoticed were being viewed through an entirely different lens. One fan wrote that they had always sensed there was something special about the bond between Yang Mei Mei and Yu Long. Another claimed that certain recent appearances suddenly made perfect sense. Others admitted they were completely shocked and never expected such news to arrive. Regardless of which side people found themselves on, one thing became obvious: everyone was talking. The sheer speed at which conversations spread demonstrated the influence both personalities hold. Across entertainment forums, fan groups, and social media platforms, users began sharing emotional reactions of their own. Some celebrated. Some speculated. Some simply expressed disbelief. But all eyes remained fixed on Yang Mei Mei and Yu Long. What made the story even more captivating was the atmosphere surrounding the announcement itself. There was an undeniable sense of anticipation. The kind of feeling that suggests a much bigger story may still be unfolding. Fans started piecing together timelines. They compared recent public appearances. They examined photographs from events that had taken place weeks earlier. Some claimed they noticed subtle signs. Others argued that there had been absolutely no indication anything major was about to be revealed. The debate only fueled further interest. And as often happens in today's digital age, the more people discussed it, the bigger the story became. Yang Mei Mei has long maintained a strong connection with her audience. Known for her charm, elegance, and ability to connect with fans, she has cultivated a reputation that extends far beyond her professional accomplishments. Supporters frequently praise her authenticity. Many describe her as someone who remains grounded despite growing public attention. Because of this, any major personal update naturally attracts enormous interest. A pregnancy announcement carries emotional weight. It represents change. It symbolizes a new chapter. It introduces possibilities that instantly spark imagination. For devoted followers, the idea of Yang Mei Mei entering such a significant stage of life created a wave of excitement unlike anything they had experienced in recent months. Meanwhile, Yu Long's role in the unfolding story became equally fascinating. For years, many fans viewed him as someone who rarely revealed too much emotionally. His public appearances often projected confidence and composure. He was admired for staying calm under pressure. He maintained a level of professionalism that earned respect from colleagues and supporters alike. That is precisely why reports of his reaction became such a powerful talking point. People weren't expecting it. Unexpected moments create unforgettable headlines. And unforgettable headlines generate endless discussion. Stories began appearing across fan communities describing how excited he reportedly appeared. Observers discussed facial expressions. Body language became a major topic. Even the smallest gestures suddenly attracted enormous attention. Supporters analyzed videos frame by frame. They searched for clues hidden in plain sight. Every smile seemed more meaningful. Every glance appeared significant. Every interaction became part of a larger narrative that fans were eager to understand. The excitement wasn't limited to a single region. Interest spread internationally. Fan accounts translated updates into multiple languages. Reaction videos started appearing online. Commentators shared their opinions. Content creators dedicated entire discussions to the announcement. The momentum continued building hour after hour. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of the story was how emotionally invested people became. Pregnancy news often resonates because it represents something universally understood. New beginnings, hope, growth, family, dreams for the future. These themes connect with people regardless of where they live or what language they speak. As a result, the announcement transcended ordinary entertainment news. It became something larger. Something that touched emotions. Something that inspired conversations about life itself. As discussions intensified, fans began imagining what the future might hold. Some wondered how Yang Mei Mei's career might evolve. Others speculated about upcoming projects. Many expressed support for whatever decisions she chooses to make moving forward. The overwhelming tone from supporters appeared positive. Messages of congratulations flooded social media. Countless comments celebrated the possibility of a new chapter beginning. The response demonstrated just how much affection audiences have developed for her over the years. At the same time, curiosity surrounding Yu Long showed no signs of slowing down. His reported excitement became one of the defining elements of the entire story. People seemed fascinated by the emotional dimension it added. A pregnancy announcement alone generates headlines. A visibly emotional reaction creates another layer entirely. It transforms news into a narrative. And narratives are what audiences remember. Fans began sharing their favorite moments involving the pair. Old photographs resurfaced. Memorable appearances were discussed again. Some supporters reflected on how long they had followed both personalities. Others admitted they had become interested only recently but already felt invested in the unfolding story. This mixture of longtime supporters and newer followers helped push conversations even further. The audience continued growing. The excitement continued spreading. The speculation continued multiplying. With every passing hour, more questions emerged. Would there be additional announcements? Would new details be shared? Would fans receive a glimpse into this next chapter? Nobody seemed to know. That uncertainty only increased anticipation. The unknown has always been one of the most powerful forces in entertainment. People naturally want answers. When answers remain just out of reach, interest grows even stronger. As the story developed, countless observers began discussing the emotional significance of the moment. Pregnancy announcements often mark turning points. They symbolize transitions from one phase of life into another. For public figures, those transitions occur under intense scrutiny. Every decision is observed. Every update is examined. Every appearance becomes newsworthy. Yang Mei Mei now appeared to be stepping into one of the most meaningful periods of her life. Supporters recognized the magnitude of that change. Their reactions reflected genuine excitement. Meanwhile, analysts of celebrity culture pointed out another interesting phenomenon. The strongest stories are often those that blend public fascination with personal emotion. This announcement seemed to accomplish exactly that. It offered a glimpse into a deeply meaningful life event while simultaneously sparking widespread discussion. The combination proved irresistible. Media outlets continued covering developments. Fan communities remained highly active. Social media engagement surged. Every update attracted enormous attention. Even individuals who normally avoided celebrity news found themselves curious. What exactly had happened? Why was everyone talking about it? What would happen next? These questions fueled continuous engagement. Some fans described feeling emotional themselves. They spoke about growing alongside public figures they had admired for years. Watching major life milestones unfold created a unique connection. The announcement felt personal to many supporters despite the obvious distance between celebrity and audience. That emotional investment helps explain why stories like this become cultural moments. People see more than headlines. They see journeys. They see growth. They see chapters unfolding in real time. The reaction surrounding Yang Mei Mei appeared to reflect precisely that phenomenon. Supporters weren't merely responding to news. They were responding to a story they felt connected to. And then there was Yu Long. The more people discussed his reaction, the more intriguing it became. Observers described him as unable to contain his happiness. Fans interpreted certain moments as evidence of overwhelming excitement. Whether those interpretations were entirely accurate became almost secondary. The perception itself was enough to drive discussion. People love witnessing authentic emotion, especially when it comes from individuals known for restraint. A smile means more when it arrives unexpectedly. A reaction feels stronger when it breaks established expectations. That may explain why so many conversations centered on him. His reported response added a human element that resonated deeply with audiences. As the news cycle continued, hashtags related to both names remained active. Engagement levels stayed remarkably high. New comments appeared every minute. Fresh theories emerged constantly. Some fans predicted additional surprises. Others focused entirely on celebrating the announcement already making headlines around the world. One thing remained undeniable. The story had become much bigger than anyone anticipated. What started as a single announcement evolved into a phenomenon. An event. A topic capable of dominating discussions across multiple platforms simultaneously. And perhaps the most fascinating aspect was that the story still felt unfinished. There remained a sense that audiences were standing at the beginning rather than the end. Questions lingered. Expectations continued rising. Interest showed no signs of fading. Every update seemed capable of generating another wave of reactions. Every appearance carried the potential to create fresh headlines. Every public moment attracted renewed attention. Supporters continued watching closely. Observers remained eager for more information. The anticipation surrounding Yang Mei Mei and Yu Long only intensified as conversations expanded across the entertainment landscape. For now, millions of eyes remain fixed on the developing story, refreshing timelines, reading new updates, sharing theories, and wondering what extraordinary revelation might arrive next as this unforgettable chapter continues to unfold.